You've seen how to run real estate ads on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Google, but you haven't seen how to run real estate ads on Bing, which is what we're doing today. Let's begin. Hey, it's Jaime. If we're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. Question of the day: have you ever run ads on Bing? Let me know in the comment section down below. Alright, so we're here on the Bing platform, and what some people may not know is that Bing is actually owned by Microsoft. That's a little fun fact for you. Microsoft owns Bing. So if you ran Bing ads back in the past, several years ago, and are trying to get back into it and go to your account, you're going to see that it doesn't exist, as Microsoft is the owner of Bing now. So creating your account from scratch is basically what you have to do. Again, if you've been running ads in the past, now this is how you actually run ads. Now there's several different reasons to use Bing. I won't get into all of them right now, but when it comes to Bing ads, basically the ads are going to be a little bit cheaper. And that's one of the big reasons that a lot of people that have been advertising on Google get a little bit frustrated, because the cost per click gets a bit elevated, and they swap over to Bing and start running ads that way. So that's one of the big drivers of using Bing. Also, this is a little subtle nuance, but the support that you get with Bing or Microsoft, I'm going to probably use that interchangeably throughout this video since it's the same company, is so much better on this search engines on Bing than Google Ads. Google Ads, it is, God bless them, they try. I can tell that they try, but I actually come to Bing and get some answers because there's a lot of similarities with the functions here than on Google Ads. So if there's something I'm struggling with over on Google Ads, I actually come here and ask their support on how to do a little bit of a workaround and how to strategically run better ads. And what you can actually see, this works very close and in tandem to Google Ads. So you see, you can actually import all of the ads that you have running in Google Ads. You can import them here. You can import keywords. So the transition is rather easy. So those are some key distinctions. Now you're here to learn how to run ads on Bing. So that's what we're going to jump right into. You're going to see a lot of the similarities. I'm going to go to campaign, create a campaign. And this is very similar to whenever you're creating your campaign over on Google Ads, that ad objective. This is what you're seeing here, or over there it's called goal as well, if I'm not mistaken. So here they call it goal on the campaign. So you're gonna see a lot of similarities. So going through it, you see visits to my website, visits to my business location. So if you're advertising a physical location, conversions on my website, phone calls to my business. So what are you trying to accomplish? Because whenever you select this, it's going to give you a template on the back end. So each one of these is going to point you into a different format, into a different template that you're going to fill out when you're creating your ads. And you are encouraged to do your research out front here. So the difference between Google Ads and here is that the research, these tools are up here, and you don't see them whenever you're creating an ad. So that's one key difference that you see between the two platforms. All right, so we're going to go with visits to my website. All right, we're going to name the campaign. We're not going to worry about the name right now, but we're just going to say campaign. Use campaign settings from another campaign. Don't worry about that. Individual budget per day. So you see the budget options. Standard, we will intelligently pick and choose the right time to serve your ad. So basically what you're giving them is permission to average out to that daily budget. If there are enough keywords, enough search volume, that's what you can expect. Now, if you want to do, you currently have no shared budgets, create one by going to the shared library and clicking budget. So if you want to share some budgets, you would actually need to go out and create it that way. The simplest way to get started would be through the individual budget, which is the default. This is where 90% of the advertisers select. All right, so location, where do you want your ads to appear? Canada, United States, all available countries. Let me choose specific locations. So if you're anything like every real estate agent out there, you do have a limited budget, including myself. So you do want to get a little bit more targeted. So what we're going to do is we're going to select Dallas. All right, so let's go with Dallas. 20-mile radius from Dallas. Let's target that. So you see right there, you have the option. Let's see if I can move it a little bit closer. There you go. So 25-mile radius from Dallas. So we're targeting the people there. And this is very important. Who should see your ads? People in your target locations or people searching for or viewing pages about your targeted locations. So this is something that is very important, so you don't want to spend more money than you need to. So by unclicking that, so deselecting that, you are saying only people that live in this area. Now, had you left the other part on, the issue would be that people searching for or viewing pages about. So that means people that are not even in the area would actually see your ad. So that can get very expensive very quickly, and you wouldn't be serving your target audience unless they were moving here. So if they were relocating, then yes, having that toggled on, that would work for your ads, but most of the time we want to advertise people in the area. All right, so we're going to leave it at English. We're going to go and save to the next step. All right, so what you're seeing here are the campaign settings. That is very, well, not what you're seeing here, but what you saw back there, what we just selected, very similar to Google Ads. You are being walked through the campaign, the ad groups, the ads, and then actually the budget is something that you select on the front end. So, and you don't have an isolated way to do that on Google Ads, but here you do, and you'll see what that means here in a bit. So when you go to the group name, let's just say real estate agent. So we're targeting people that are searching for real estate agent. One quick favor before continuing, please be sure to hit the like button so this video's reach is magnified and others benefit. Also, don't forget to check out my free courses, link in description. So when it comes to the keywords, we're going to type in real estate agent. Real estate agent near me. So remember, we didn't go and select the planned out version, so we could have done our keyword searching at the front end and had you input your website URL, then it would be giving you some suggestions here. So we're gonna go through this and show you how to do the keyword. So right now it's essentially a broad match keyword. So this is it. Let's see if we have little brackets here. What keywords match means. So this gives you an example of, if you put brackets, then that means that you are telling Bing that you only want to advertise if that search comes up. If you type in the words as you see them right here, then it's just a broad match, meaning it's gonna show up, or your ads are gonna show up if anybody comes even close to real estate agent. So if they type in real estate agent and forget the T, chances are that your ads are going to show because it's close enough. Best real estate agent to list home, or best real estate agent, top real estate agent. And then the list goes on. If you want to get a little bit more local, which is something that I highly suggest because those are keywords that people aren't necessarily looking for. So if you want to get down to the neighborhood level, or if you want to get to a subdivision level, that is highly encouraged as well, because the competition just isn't there for you. The bigger players in the space, whether that's Zillow, that's Trulia, the Dave Ramsey of the world, or people that have a pool of real estate agents that are advertising on the platforms, they're going after the big keywords, and they have that budget, so they aren't going into the very local markets like you may be serving. So that is a big advantage to you. All right. Now we are at the ad creation step. So notice that if you've run Google Ads in the past, you have already added the ad extensions on the front end. Here, you're actually creating the ad and then adding some extensions. So we're going to create the ad. All right, so we're going to have expanded text ad, and then the final URL. So you're just going to get a final URL. Let's go with www.echo. Okay, your website right there, or your landing page, wherever you're driving traffic to. And then you're going to say top real estate agent, trusted advisor, work with the best. All right, so you see the amount of characters that you have in each, and this is very similar to Google. You get 3 titles, and you're seeing it show up over here. This is giving you the play-by-play and what it's going to look like. So what it's going to look like in mobile, what it's going to look like in a side view, and the top view. All right, so you're building that out. And then the path, you can create it here. This is a phantom. It's not going, you don't actually have to have that URL. So if you want to give a more local feel to it, let's just say Dallas. Whatever, if you're trying to go for the neighborhood play, if you're trying to go for the subdivision play, if you're trying to go for a local feel, then putting an additional path right here is actually going to be to your benefit. So the ad text, let's say top real estate agent in Dallas. Don't settle. Is that how you spell settle? I hope that is. Trusted advisor. Okay, so you would work on your ad copy a little bit more than I did. All right, so if you want to send traffic to a different URL, so one that's more mobile responsive, then you have the option right there. All right, so then you see the options right there. If you have a tracking template, most people don't have a tracking template, so you are not going to worry about that. Although if you do know what I'm talking about when it comes to tracking template, then that's where you place it, and I suggest that you do it. All right, so we just created our ad. You can copy the ad and then edit it if you want to split test some different items. If you want to split test, let's say, instead of putting trusted advisor, you want to put your name, or you want to put your brokerage name, whatever the case may be, just copy the ad and then edit it there instead of creating and starting the ad from scratch again. All right, and now we have the site link or the extension. So this is something that with Google Ads, you would actually see that already. You would actually have done that before you actually create your ad. Here you see that they're rearranged a little bit different, but they're called the same. You see the site link extensions, which are hyperlinks to different parts of your website. Price extensions, you see call out extensions, you see structured snippet extensions, and then additional extensions right here. So what's not going to make too much sense for you is the price extension. So what you would do would be add the call extensions, so where you would put your phone number. We're not going to go through and create all of them right now, but just so you see how to add site link extensions, go to site link extensions, put the text of what you want the extension to actually say, go through the description and provide the URL so you can embed them. And I suggest that you add as many site link extensions as you can, or that makes sense. As same thing with call out extensions. Call out extensions are more than anything, it's a way to emphasize certain parts of your business that you're trusted, that you're the top agent, that you're local, that you have experience, whatever the case may be. You are calling out that aspect of your business. Structured snippet extensions, that actually was a primary extension that Google Ads did away with from their main menu. It actually went further, kind of like how you saw it here. With Google Ads, you see the call out extension, the site link extension, and the call extension as defaults. And here you see that they put emphasis in different extensions, but I wouldn't focus too much on the structured snippet. I would include the call extensions where you add your phone number, and you would just add those to your ad. All right, and then you're going to go back to the budget here. You see bid strategy, enhance cost per click, adjust my bid to get more conversions. And then you see the bid, so you can up the bid up or down depending on what your research said. If you see that real estate agents a cost per click was $2, then you know where you need to adjust your bid. And that goes on the front end, which I'll make some other videos on how to do keyword research on Bing, because it's a little bit different. It's not the same as Google Ads, so I do think it warrants a video. And I'll also make a video on the differences between Google Ads and Bing Ads so you know what to expect. Then you just click Save. You've created your campaign. Well, now that you know how to run ads on Bing, you might be interested in learning how to run ads on Google. And I'll leave that video right here so you can check it out. And if you found value today, please be sure to subscribe so we can talk again soon.